your fish still refuse to eat even after your water qualities or parameters are okay. I'm going to take you through in this video 6 management issues. In fact, apart from the 2 water parameters or water qualities that I've enumerated in the part 1, where we talk about high ammonia and then low dissolved oxygen, that is leading to your fish not eating. Mostly in this one, sometimes you don't have control over them. What about if I told you that there are certain things that due to your management, your fish might not eat? So I'll take you through 6 of these things. Then, if you get these things right, your fish are going to have high appetite, and that means they'll be growing well. The first has to do with stress during handling. In fact, when fish are handled inappropriately, they are stressed up. This usually happens when something disturbs them, either in the pond or outside the pond. And this mostly could be caused by human activities. So when that happens, their eating reduce or they stop eating at all. Some of them include if you transport your fish from one place to another or from one pond to another, either they are fingerlings or grown fish, and this can stress them and they will lose appetite. Another thing has to do with under stress is when you sort them or grade them. At that time too, they have gone through stress and they will not be likely to eat. Another thing is when you harvest them, you harvest and leave some, then the remaining ones will not eat. Not only that, even when something happens close to the pond, because fish are blood-coded animals and they react to anything that happens. So, and that happiness can stress them and that can reduce their appetite. So the best thing to do is after you have stressed your fish is to avoid feeding them at least 24 hours, or you reduce the amount of feed that you give them. Because if you don't do that and you continue to give them feed despite they are not eating well, then it's going to lead to water quality that we discussed earlier in the part 1. Now, another thing has to do with the second issue that can lead your fish not to eat is sudden temperature change. In fact, temperature change affects the appetite of fish. Now, if the weather is too cold, like during Harmattan, the metabolism becomes very low. And for that matter, food conversion ratio or digestion also becomes low and they will not be willing to eat. Also, when the temperature is too high, it also stresses them and they're not willing to eat. So you need to always have a balance. So when you observe situation that the temperature is very low, very cold, for instance, during Harmattan, don't feed them in the morning when the weather is so cold. Let the sun comes out small, then you feed them. Or there's heavy rainfall or there's rainfall, immediately don't feed them. Let the temperature cool down before you give them feed. Or at the time that the sun is very hot and the temperature is very high, that time too, they are stressed up and they are under the bottom of the pond. So because they're under the pond, they are not also willing to eat. So it is good to leave them when the sun goes down or before the sun comes out in the morning, feed them, but not when the time is very hot. So these two things are causing your fish not eating, and these are the solutions. Now the third one has to do with diseases. There are times that there will be outbreak of diseases in your pond. This could be parasite, this could be fungi, or this could be bacteria. So when there is outbreak of diseases, the fish are now fighting for their survival. So when you give them feed, they will not mind the feed. So continuously giving them feed is going to lead to poor water qualities and mortality. So the best thing to do is avoid giving them feed, provide them with medication. And I strongly recommend natural such as bitter leaves. If you provide them with medication and it is not changing, then you need to change your water partially. When everything is right and they're okay, you can now resume feeding them. but when they are not eating, don't continue to give them feed. The fourth one has to do with poor feed quality. In fact, many people believe that, especially catfish, anything you give them, they eat. To an extent, this could be true. However, not everything that they eat. And sometimes there are certain things that they will eat it and it will harm them. So when the feed that you give them is not up to the best quality, they are likely to ignore it. They might first attempt to take it in the first place, or they might take some and they will leave it. Even when the fish is of high quality, but it is spoiled, they will not eat it. I'll share experience with you. When we stock our first fish and we bought the feed to feed them till harvest, and we store the feed, unfortunately, due to poor feeding, because of lack of experience at that time, along the way, the feed spoiled. Some of the bags spoiled. You open feed, half is spoiled, half is so good, or even everything is spoiled. And you could tell by the color of the feed. The color will change, and then it will now have dust, and the smell too changes. So the first time we experienced that, we thought they would eat it. Then when we throw in the pond, they thought that's their usual feed. So they rush for the feed. And then they slow down again. And then the feed was flowing. Usually when they rush, by the time they slow down, you will not see the feet on the pond again. But when they rush and they slow down, the feet was flowing. It means that they tested it and it wasn't good. They stopped. Even if you don't stop giving them that feed and you keep giving them, you are going to have serious issues because it's more like poisonous to them. So poor feed can also lead to your refusal of your fish to eat. So make sure that you give your fish the best quality of feed. Make sure that the feed that you are giving them, you store it in the best possible way so that it is continue to be good and you can continue to give them. And avoid giving them expiring feed or feed that is close to expiration. This could be poisonous and can harm your fish. So avoid that and your fish will always be active and they are eating. The fifth reason why your fish will refuse to eat is overfeeding. In fact, overfeeding, first of all, you waste the feed. Secondly, it leads to poor water qualities. We have talked about that in the part one. I won't talk more about the water qualities or parameters. But here I'll talk about overfeeding that's leading to refusal of the feed. And this is how it is. When you give the fish more than the necessary feed and they consume it, they become too much of satisfied that digestion becomes problem. So when the digestion becomes problem, what it also means is that they will not be willing to take the feed that you are giving them next. So make sure that you give them adequate but not over. Then when they consume, later they are satisfied and they can take again. What you should also have to note is that, in fact, when you give them more feed or more frequent feed, that can also lead to them not eating some of the feed. For instance, when I first began, I was feeding my fish 3 times a day: morning, afternoon, and evening. But what I noticed was that when you give them feed in the morning, they eat so much. In the afternoon, they eat a bit lesser. In the evening, they eat lesser. And this tells that between these meals, they have not digested the previous ones. Then I adopted 2 times a day, morning and evening. And I noticed that the consumption between the morning and the evening increased. And they were okay. Now that is when they are juveniles and above. Even though when they are fried small, that's the hatching center, it is better to feed them 3 times. But jumbo, juvenile going, you can give them twice. But even when they are matured, you can give them once. And that is okay. So that they will digest other feed before the other one. Earlier when I talk about poor feed quality that is leading to them not eating, Among that, poor feed quality is giving your fish feed the wrong size or the wrong pelleted feed. You know, the feed is pelleted into sizes: 0.2 mm, 1 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm, 6 mm, in that order. Now, the smaller the fish, the smaller feed that they take. So a situation where you give them the pelleted feed that is bigger than their mouth or their consumption, then they will not be able to eat that. So take that note. Add it to the poor feed quality. Now, the last and the safe one, where your fish will not eat, has to do with overstocking. Overstocking of your fish has to do with putting too much fish in a pond. Every pond has a capacity of the fish it can take. When you stock them more than the capacity, what it means is that the fish will be competing for resources such as oxygen, such as space, the feed that you are giving them. And that competition is going to lead to other implications, and that can lead to diseases or implications that will lead to them not eating the fish, the feed. Now, the best to do is to know how many fish to put in a pond at a time and put that exactly or less. Everyone has the capacity that they adopt to, but we usually recommend 10 liters of water to one fish. So if that is the case, it means that if the pond can contain 10,000 liters of water, you can stock 1,000 fish into that. If the pond can contain just 1,000 liters of water, like the IBC tank, then you are required to stock just 100 fish in that. If you don't know how to do that calculation, we have a complete video teaching you how to calculate the stocking density of your pond. Just check in this channel, you will find that video and it's going to guide you. So when you know the exact amount of fish you are to stock in your pond, this is going to help you tremendously. Now, assuming that you even stock them less, that is even what is highly recommended. Because if you stock them less and you give them proper feed and you give them the right feeding method, they are going to grow within the shortest period of time. When you overstock them, it will delay their growth, and in fact, they are going to waste more feed, and at the end, you'll get poor results. These are the 6 management issues that if you get them right, your fish are going to be eating all the time and they're going to be growing. And to summarize them for you, we have poor handling leading to stress, we have overstocking, we have overfeeding, we have poor quality feed, and we have temperature changes. You can control these things and you are good to go. In fact, if you have been inspired, kindly share this video, like and comment. Let me know your thoughts in this comment section. Thank you so much. My name is Abdulaziz Issa. I have a bachelor degree, but I'm a fish farmer and I've been helping hundreds and thousands of people settle up their farms successfully. We can equally do that for you. And if you're a complete beginner and you want to learn how to do it and how to produce your own fish without much stresses, then consider checking out our free course and watch it before you start your farm. It's going to help you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in that complete free course video. Bye bye.